right. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Sa Twitter, sa Facebook, at sa YouTube. We're gonna try this again. Last time nandito tayo, nagka-loko-loko yung ating stream. Nagkaroon tayo ng maraming issues patungkol sa... well, namatay yung mga devices ko. So, I guess, hopefully ngayon, maiwasan na natin. At ngayon, gagamit din tayo ng mas magandang paraan para makapag-stream tayo sabay-sabay no, sa Facebook at sa YouTube. Ang problema kasi sa TikTok, maganda nga siyang platform, kaso hindi naman nasa-save yung mga live. So, unfortunately, nasasayang din yung effort, no? Especially yung information na nade-deliver natin. So, mas maganda na siguro tong ganito. At the very least, may nasa-save tayo. Merong yung tawag nilang persistent record ng kaganapan so that magagamit natin for future reference. Okay. So, also, tonight, pwede kayong magtanong tungkol dun sa topic na pag-uusapan natin at pwede kayong magtanong sa TikTok, sa comment section ng Facebook, at sa comment section ng YouTube din. Hindi ko lang alam kung may nagmo-monitor ng YouTube. Pero, well, why not? Right? Why not? Okay. Sige. So tonight, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay yung calendar of activities. Calendar of activities. Magkakaroon na tayo ng malinaw na magkakaroon tayo ng halalan sa 2022. And syempre, ang hudyat talaga ng simula ng election season, bago pa man yung actual na election season na tinatawag, yung paglabas ng tinatawag nating election calendar. Okay? So, wait. Before we get there, reminder lang dun sa mga nanonood sa TikTok, please use the Q&A button. Dun ko lang po sasagutin yung mga tanong. Yung mga tanong na lumalabas dun sa Q&A, yun lang po ang masasagot natin tonight. Kasi masyadong mabilis yung scroll ng mga messages, no? So dun tayo sa Q&A para sa TikTok. Para dun sa sa Facebook at sa YouTube, pwede po kayo mag-comment sa comments. Okay. All right. So, where was I? Yes. So ngayon babasahin natin itong calendar of activities. All right? Sean, pwede natin ipakita si Sean yung aking partner dito. By the way. Sean, pakilala ka nga. Pakilala ka nga. Baka kikilala niyo si Sean kasi palagi natin siyang kasama sa ayaw niya, nahiya siya. Pakita lang yung natin. Yung ayan, okay. So paano natin to i-scroll pataas, Sean? Nasa iyo ba yung control? Okay. Sige. So ito po ang tinatawag nating election calendar, no? Hindi pa po napapublish ito, but it will be published in the newspapers tomorrow. Okay? So po yan, nakakasana yan sa dyaryo. Hindi pa lang lumalabas yung dyaryo, but I thought maybe we could get an early look at it. Total, nandito na naman na tayo. So, we will be talking about the calendar of activities. Calendar of activities for 2022. Okay, first of all, ito pong reso na nakikita ninyo, ito po ang itsura ng mga resolution from the COMELEC, no? So, mapapansin ninyo, nandito yung title, in the matter of prescribing the calendar of activities and periods of certain prohibited acts in connection with the May 9, 2022 national and local elections. Okay? And then makikita nyo rin yung nakalagay na pangalan ng ating mga commissioners. Pakita natin sa inyo. Pakita natin sa TikTok. Wait. Okay, hindi ako marunong paano mag-flip ng camera. Oh, there you go. Okay. So, yan po. Yan ang mga commissioners natin ngayon. So, nandiyan si Commissioner Sheriff Abbas. si Senior Commissioner Rowena Guanzon, Commissioners Socorro Inting, Marlon Casquejo, Antonio Co, and Forelino Ampolocchio Amy. Okay? Si Commissioner Amy, yan yung pinakabagong assume natin na na commissioner. Okay. This resolution was promulgated on February 10, 2021. Kita niyo yung pirma dito. Yung pirma na yan, ibig sabihin, na-promulgate na yan. Okay? At ang pangalan ng resolution ay Resolution 10695. Ulitin ko lang, Resolution 10695. So, babasahin natin. Okay? Sabi dito, pursuant to the powers vested in it by the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. Okay? The Omnibus Election Code, or BP bilang 881. BP, by the way, stands for Batas Pambansa. Batas Pambansa bilang 881. Kaya bilang ng salita kasi lumang-lumang batas na yan. So lumang-luma pa yung style. Kung mapapansin ninyo, yung mga bagong batas, ang pangalan ngayon ay Republic Act na. Okay? A little bit of trivia, especially for those of you who have a little background in law, yung BP, yan yung lumang paraan ng pagsusulat ng mga batas natin. So BP bilang 881. So alam mong lumang-luma na yung Omnibus Election Code na yan. Then, hindi lang Omnibus Election Code ang basis nito, kundi Republic Act number 6646, 7166, 8189, 8436, 9189, 9639, 10756, and other election laws. Kasi marami. Okay? Marami. Marami din tayong mapagkikwentuhan kung bakit hiwa-hiwala yung mga batas at bakit merong Omnibus Election Code. But that's for another day, no? So ngayon, based on these laws, the Commission on Elections resolved to prescribe the following calendar of activities and periods of prohibited acts in connection with the May 9, 2022 national and local elections. Okay? Resolved to prescribe. Mali yan. Dapat walang D dyan. Anyway. So, okay. So, the first thing na talagang mahalaga is March 31. Malapit na yan. Kita nyo, March 31. Sa March 31, which is a Wednesday, ang mangyayari, that will be the last day for the filing of petitions for registration and manifestation of intent to participate of registering party list groups, coalitions, or organizations. Ibig sabihin, sa araw na yan, March 31, ay magde-deadline yung pagsasubmit ng kanilang petition for accreditation. Kasi pag nagpa-party list ka, kailangan muna isama ka doon sa listahan ng mga tinatawag nating accredited party list organizations. So yung proseso para dyan ay tinatawag na accreditation. At dahil kunyari hindi ka pa nga registered, so yung deadline for filing is March 31. Ibig sabihin, ngayon pa lang pwede ka pa rin mag-file. Okay? Pwede ka mag-file ngayon. March 31, 2021 ang deadline. March 31, 2021 is the deadline also for filing of manifestation of intent to participate of existing party list groups. So dalawa na yan. Ano? Yung hindi pa registered na party list groups, March 31 ang deadline nila para mag-submit ng accreditation. Pero pansinin ninyo, deadline din yan para mag-file ng kanilang manifestation of intent to participate. Ano naman yung manifestation of intent to participate? Yung manifestation of intent to participate, yan po yung parang dokumento na nagsasabi sa COMELEC na, uy, balak naming tumakbo sa darating na halalan. Balak naming lumahok doon sa darating na halalan. Okay? Yan ang ibig sabihin ng manifestation of intent to participate. And ang deadline dyan, both for the newly registered parties and for those who are already existing, will be March 31, 2021, which again is a Wednesday. All right. On April 30 naman, 2021, yan naman ang last day for filing of petitions for registration of political parties. So kung political party ka at gusto mo mag-register, April 30 ang deadline mo. Alright? Okay. Ngayon pa lang, sinasabi na natin, okay, Starting May 9, 2021, ano yung May 9, 2021? Bakit nandyan May 9? Kasi May 9, 2021 marks 1 year before the next elections. Saktong 1 year yan. Saktong 1 year. So, ibig sabihin, saktong 1 year, meron na tayong mga kailangan na na activities diyan. So May 9 to August 7, 2022. Ibig sabihin, lampas-lampas pa sa susunod na halalan. May, June, July, August. So 3 months after pa the 2022 elections, ano ang bawal? Bawal ang mag-transfer, mag-promote, mag-extend, recall, or otherwise move an officer or member of the Foreign Service Corps from the current position. Okay? From the current post or position. So parang deadline yan. Bawal dyan during that period na mag-transfer ng mga members ng Foreign Corps. Okay? Ng Foreign Service Corps. Ayun. Si Tristan ngayon lang nakabalik. Tristan, okay lang yan. We'll talk about it later some more. Okay. So yun. So mahalaga po ito para dun sa mga members ng diplomatic corps. Ito po yung ating napaka-importanting petsa, no? Transfer or promotion, extension, recall, or otherwise, or any other movement of officer or member of the Foreign Service Corps from the current post or position. Bawal yan from May 9 to August 27. Okay? You guys still with me? Any questions? Wala pang tanong? Baka may tanong na kayo. Kung may tanong kayo, sabihin nyo lang. Ha? Okay. Alright. So, parang napaaga naman ata tayo ngayon, ano? Nung isang gabi, sinasabi nyo, masyado ng late yung 11. Ngayon, masyado maaga ata. Okay. So now, let's go on to... So after that, on May 31, 2021, ulitin ko lang, yung May 9, yun yung 1 year before the elections. Ha? So May 9, 2021, last day naman yan ng filing of petitions for registration of coalitions of political parties. Ano yung coalition of political parties? Yung coalition of political parties, yan naman yung mga paggrupo-grupo ng mga political party. No? So, maraming examples niyan. Hindi ko na maalala yung mga pangalan ngayon ng mga sikat na coalitions dati. Pero basta yan yung mga pagsama-sama ng mga parties. Kasi kuminsan, pag political party ka, kailangan talaga may ka-partner ka na ibang political party para maging mas effective kayo sa politika. August 15, 2021, which is a Sunday, is the last day of currently registered political parties or coalitions to submit a sworn information update statement or SIUS. Okay? Last day of currently registered political parties or coalitions of political parties to submit a sworn information update statement, SIUS. Okay? SIUS. Well, dahil Sunday yan, ayan, maganda dahil Sunday yan, the deadline will be the next working day. Okay? Para lang malinaw. Kung if the deadline falls on a Sunday, then the actual deadline falls on the next working day. All right? Are there any questions? Sige, may tinatype lang ako. Ayan. Ito, tingnan muna natin habang nagpo-post tayo dyan. Sayang pera at budget sa party list. Sana sa pondo na lang ng iba. Huwag namang ganun. Hindi sayang ang pondo sa party list. Alam mo bang napakaraming magagandang legislation ang lumalabas dahil sa party list? Ito yan. Tingnan mo. Marami yan. One of these days we'll make an episode like that. No? Wala nang voter's ID. Para pa sa mga bumuto. Para sa mga bumuboto noong nakaraang election. Sir, kapag nakaboto na po sa SK, no need na po ba magpa-register? Yes, no need na magpa-register sa SK. So, okay. So, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Please ask questions dun sa Q&A section. Sasagutin natin yan lahat maya-maya. Okay? All right. So, where were we? Okay. August 31, 2021. That's a Tuesday. Is the last day for overseas voters to file application for transfer of registration records from the overseas registry to the local registry. Napakahalaga nito kasi marami tayong kababayan na umuwi galing sa kanilang pagkakadestino overseas, no? Sa kanilang trabaho overseas, yung mga especially mga overseas workers. Ngayon, nasa Pilipinas sila at kung gusto nilang bumoto sa Pilipinas, kailangan mag-file sila ng transfer. Okay, kung dati silang bumoboto overseas, kailangan mag-file sila ng transfer of registration dito sa Pilipinas. And their deadline for that is August 31, 2021. August 31, 2021, don't forget. Kawawa naman yung mga overseas workers pag hindi sila nakaboto dito simply because hindi sila nakapagparehistro on time. So August 31 po, kailangan kayo magparehistro. Sinabi ko na rin dito sa TikTok yan at sinasabi natin pa ulit-ulit sa ating regular channels. Okay, September 1, 2021, it's a Wednesday. So from September 1 to 2021 hanggang September 28, 2021, ano na yan, holding of political conventions by political parties to select and nominate official candidates for all elective positions. If you didn't know it yet, ang mga political parties natin, nagko-convention po yan. Okay? Merong panahon, takdang panahon para sa convention. Diyan sa convention, sinasabi nila kung sinong itutulak nila para tumakbo for president or whatever, no? Or whatever position they're running for. So the period for holding that is from September 1 to September 28. Isang buong buwan yan. On September 30, 2021, which is the last day of September, last day to submit the list of authorized signatories for specimen signatures from political parties or coalitions. This is a little look into the back office operations of elections. No, kailangan makakuha ang COMELEC ng specimen signature ng mga authorized signatories ng mga political parties kasi later on, pagdating sa pag-check ng kanilang mga statement of contributions and expenditures, kailangan natin alam kung sino yung dapat na pumipirma sa mga ganyan, no? So, authorized signatories. But at the same time, and more important for regular voters like you and me, September 30, 2021 is the deadline for the filing of applications for voters registration under the system of continuing registration for purposes of May 9, 2022 national and local elections. Okay, ito yung sinasabi natin, katapusan ng voter registration 2022. September 30, 2021 hanggang September 30, 2021 lang ang registration. On that subject matter, voter registration, please take note na starting next week, 16 February 16, yan na ang start ng registration, Tuesdays to Saturdays. Okay, so may kasama ng Sabado. Alright, from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Start yan ng February 16. February 16, dire-diretso na yan hanggang Sabado. Ang Monday ang walang pasok. Okay, Monday and Sunday. Alright, so don't forget. Starting next week, iba na ang schedule ng ating registration. Alright. Also on September 30, is the last day for overseas voters to file applications for registration as overseas voters. Ito naman, ito yung registration na nagaganap doon sa mga embassies at consulates. September 30, 2021 is the last day for overseas voters to file applications for registration / certification as overseas voters. Transfer of registration records from one post to another. Okay? So, quiz. Kailan yung transfer of registration from overseas to local? Comment yung sagot kung nakikinig kayo. Alright. Okay. October 1, 2021, which is a Friday, to October 8, 2021, and this is the big thing, filing of certificates of candidacy. Filing of certificates of candidacy for all elective positions. and filing of certificate of nomination and acceptance para sa party list. Okay, ulit. Sure na to ha. October 1, 2021, Friday to October 8, 2021, Friday din yan, including Saturday and Sunday, filing ng Certificate of Candidacy for all elective positions and filing of Certificate of Nomination and Acceptance. Yung Certificate of Candidacy para yan sa mga tatakbong kandidato. Yung Certificate of Nomination and Acceptance para yan sa party list. Alright? Para yan sa party list. October 1 to 8 pa rin, filing of list of nominees. Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-file ka ng Certificate of Nomination, kailangan may kasama na yung list of nominees. Okay? So, anong kasama sa list of nominees? List of nominees, Certificate of Nomination, Certificate of Acceptance of Nomination, and affidavit of existing party list groups, coalitions, and organizations. Right? Lino ba yan? Lino, dapat yan, ha? Again, this resolution will be available tomorrow sa mga dyaryo, and pwede kayo makakuha ng kopya doon, and we will try to make it available for download also sa sa facebook.com/comelecph. Okay? Make it available, and for sure it will be available sa comelec.gov.ph. Alright? So, pause tayo dyan. Tapos na natin yung page 2. Tingnan natin yung mga questions sa TikTok. Okay. So, sa TikTok, tanong ni Lynn Toledo, ano pong, okay, wait, sige, may gusto mag-join ng live sa atin. Baka nagkamaling pindot lang ito, but why not? Right? Okay na? Wala naman? Oh, mamaya ka na. Okay. Sabay tayo sa questions. Lynn Toledo is asking, ano pong requirements para po magpa-register? Well, unang-una, kailangan mo ng ID, valid ID, para makapagparehistro. Kailangan mo maka-download, maka-fill up ng form na available yan sa iregister.comelec.gov.ph or pwede mo ma-download sa comelec.gov.ph. Okay. Thank you, Lynn. The girl in the mask asks, where to submit the form after furnishing? Well, when you complete the form, you have to submit it to the Comelec office kung saan ka nagpa-appointment. Or, kung hindi ka nagpa-appointment, doon sa Comelec office, sa city or municipality mo. Doon mo isasubmit. Okay. What if no valid ID? Well, pwede ka magpakita ng ibang proof of identity mo. Pwede ka rin magdala ng tao na registered voter doon sa neighborhood nyo at sabihin niya doon sa election officer na tiga doon ka. Okay? Pwede yan. No worries. Okay. Saan po pwede magparehistro? I'm from Cainta, Rizal. Well, magparehistro ka doon sa Comelec office ng Cainta, Rizal. Sean, hanapin mo naman please yung address ng Cainta, Rizal na Comelec office kasi hindi ko kabisado. Okay? But it should be sa may poblasyon ninyo. Okay? Alright. Sige. Okay. Wala na tayong questions sa TikTok muna. Balik again on TikTok. Huwag makulit. Sasagutin lang natin yung questions na nasa Q&A. Please. So, doon tayo. Alright. So, nasa na tayo? Okay. Alright. October 29, 2021. So ulit ha, October 1 to 8 ang filing ng COC. October 1 to 8, filing ng COC. Pwede niya na i-tweet yan. Okay. October 29, Friday. Start of posting of the tentative list of candidates at the Comelec website and at the offices where the COCs were filed for the aspirants to check the names to appear on the official ballot. Okay? Ayaw natin magkamali dun sa mga spelling ng pangalan. So pag nag-post na kami ng tentative list of candidates, tingnan nyo na doon kung nandun kayo. This is October 29, start of posting. Ibig sabihin, hindi lahat sabay-sabay magpo-post ha. on October 29, yan lang yung pinakamaaga magpo-post. Last day for filing of request of change or correction or transfer of voting center. Again, this is the, kumbaga parang the nuts and bolts of elections. Mga political parties ang interesado sa mga ganyang klaseng entry. November 8, 2021, last day to file a request for correction of the name to appear on the ballot. So kunwari, ang pangalan mo ay Juan de la Cruz, pero ang nakalagay sa balota mo ay John de la Cruz. Pero ang gusto mo talaga ilagay sa balota, Juan. So ang last day mo to file for a correction is November 8, 2021. November 15, 2021, last day for substitution of party list nominees by reason of withdrawal. Yung issue ng party list nominees and withdrawal, sobrang komplikado niyan. And isang buong episode ang kakailanganin niyan. Sundin nyo yan sa Radyo Comelec. Pag-uusapan natin yan sa takdang panahon. Pero just right now, remember that November 15 is the last day for the substitution of party list nominees by reason of withdrawal. November 15, 2021 then is the last day to file petition for exclusion of an overseas voter from the National Registry of Overseas Voters. Kunwari, meron kang alam na registered na overseas voter, pero alam mo na hindi siya dapat nakakaboto, dapat hindi siya eligible, or hindi siya qualified bumoto, kailangan kayo mag-file ng petition for exclusion. The last day to do that is November 15. Also on November 15, ang daming kinakarga ng November 15, last day for the substitute of an official candidate of a political party or coalition who withdrew, died, or was disqualified by final judgment to file a certificate of candidacy in order to reflect the name of the substitute on the official ballot. Okay. This is where it gets tricky. Sabihin natin nag-file ka noong October 1 to 8. So, na-finalize yan lahat, everything, na-start ka na ma-imprenta sa balota. Tapos for some reason natanggal ka. Either namatay or nag-withdraw or nawalan ka ng qualifications, whatever. Basta natanggal ka. Before November 15, pwede pang palitan yung pangalan mo. Pwede pang palitan yung pangalan mo doon sa balota. Pero after November 15, gains na. So, kunwari, si Juan de la Cruz tumatakbo bilang senador. Tapos, November 13, nag-withdraw siya. Pwedeng mag-file ng Certificate of Candidacy hanggang November 15 para hindi na ilagay yung pangalan ni Juan de la Cruz sa balota. Okay? Para ang ilagay natin doon ay si Gregorio de la Cruz na siyang nagpalit ng pangalan. So, pag hindi mo nagawa on or before November 15, tapos nagkaroon ka ng replacement dahil namatay or nag-withdraw or dahil namatay or na-disqualify, yung pangalang lalabas doon sa balota ay yung pangalan ng original candidate. Okay? Hindi na yung pangalan ng replacement. Kaya medyo lugi ka doon kasi mahirap mag-campaign pag ganun dahil hindi mo naman talaga pangalan. Okay? Ito gusto kong sagutin to kasi kasi ang pangalan niya Sarcasmento. Nakukitan ako sa pangalan niya. Sarcasmento. Sir, wala na ba dayaan na mangyayari? Alam mo, maraming sumusubok na pandaraya. Napakaraming sumusubok niyan. Pero since 2010 hanggang ngayon, 2019, daan-daan na ang mga petisyon, ng mga protesta sa mga election results na nagsasabing dinaya sila at wala pang napapatunayan ni isa. Okay? So I don't know what you're talking about if you say na wala ng dayaan. Maraming sumusubok, pero walang nagsasaksi. So that's for sarcasmento and that's not sarcasm at all. Okay? Sige. So tuloy-tuloy lang. Questions again doon sa Q&A please. Para mas mas organized tayo. Okay, from Facebook, merong question. Ay, hindi pala siya question. Binabati lang ako. Good evening. Watching from Santa Rosa, Laguna and from Bungabong, Oriental Mindoro. Naku, Oriental Mindoro, hindi pa ako nakakapunta dyan. Good evening, Frances Arabe. Alam mo, kung gusto mo mag-join, sabihin mo lang. Sali ka. Lahat kayo, kung sinong gusto mag-join dito at makipagkwentuhan sa akin, Sabihin nyo lang, dito sa TikTok, pwede kayo mag-duet. Okay? Ito, kito. Kung magkita kayo ng younger version mo, anong advice mo sa kanya? Huwag kang kumain ng maalat na pagkain. Huwag kang uminom ng nor seasoning. Yan ang advice ko sa'yo, younger version of me. Okay. So, balik tayo dito. Pero totoo yun, seryoso yun. Huwag kayong uminom ng nor seasoning, masama yun. Pagbabayaran nyo yan, sabi sa akin. Okay, November 15 is the last day of substitution of party list nominees by reason of withdrawal. Also on November 15, last day to file a petition for exclusion. Oh, sinabi ko na pala yan. Sorry. Nasa November 16 na pala tayo. November 16, period within which the substitute of an official candidate of a political party or coalition who died or was disqualified by final judgment may file a certificate of candidacy provided that the substitute candidate and the substituted candidate have the same name. Oh my gosh. Haba. Oh, good evening kay ang daming mga taga-comment. Hello, Marilyn, Rita. Good evening. Shout out dyan sa Kamsur. Uy! San Jose, Camarines Sur. Kumusta? Nagpunta ako ng Sipokot last year. Namigay kami doon. I'm sure malayo yan sa San Jose. Pero anyway, hello. Good evening. Watching from Pototan, Iloilo. Mayong gabi sa mga taga-Iloilo. Kumusta ka muda? Alright. Ano ba ito? Mga comment ba ito? Comments ito, di ba? Hindi naman to notification lang, right? Oo, hindi. Kasi iba-iba yung forma eh. Ann, good evening, Ann Dalis. Saan ka galing? Ganda nung pinuntahan mo kanina, nakita ko sa TikTok. Haha! Alright. So, November 16, period within which the substitute of an official candidate of a political party or coalition who died or was disqualified by final judgment may file a certificate of candidacy provided the substitute candidate and the substituted candidate have the same surname. Okay? So, November 16 up to midday of election day. Okay? Up to midday of election day. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kasi pag after November 15 namatay yung kandidato or na disqualify, pwede naman siyang palitan and hanggang midday of election day yan kasi syempre hindi mo masasabi yung kasamaang palad meron diyang namamatay on election day mismo sa sobrang excitement siguro or whatever, namamatay, pwede namang palitan. Pero provided yung substitute candidate same surname. Bakit? Kasi tapos na yung period ng printing ng balota. May balota na eh. So, dapat magkapareho yung surname para pasok siya doon sa balota. Alright? November, good evening to all viewers. Yes, from all OEOs. Good evening po. Thank you for joining us from the office also. In-email na po sa inyo itong binabasa kong resolution. At bukas po lalabas na ito sa dyaryo. Doon na po magsisimula yung 7-day publication period for its enforceability. Okay? Alright, where were I? November 29, 2021. It's a Monday. It's the last day for the Commission to announce a specific mode of overseas voting per country or post. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin yan, iba-iba kasi ang paraan ng pagboto sa overseas voting. Okay? Isa pa pala sasabihin ko sa younger me. Drink more water. Okay. So, November 29 is the last day for the Commission to announce yung mode of voting. Bakit? Kasi, sa ibang lugar in other countries in the world, ang overseas voting natin ay by mail. Postal voting na tinatawag. Okay? So, hindi lahat pare-pareho ang paraan. Hindi katulad dito sa Pilipinas. Pag sa Pilipinas ka, kailangan ka pumunta sa polling place at doon ka bumoto. Sa overseas kasi, merong pinapapunta sa embassy para bumoto, merong pinapayagan na mag-mail na lang ng balota. No? Pag-mail na lang ng balota. Alright? So, November 29, malalaman natin kung ano yung particular mode. So, Sa Africa halimbawa, anong gamit niyo dyan? Postal voting ba or personal voting? Sa Hong Kong, paano ba? Personal voting ba? Kung personal voting, ano, mano-mano or automated? So ganyan. Meron tayong mga iba-ibang modes. Again, that would require an expert. So next time, hihilahin natin dito yung ating overseas voting office. Okay. November 30. Sir, sana wala na yung mga pangalan ng mga namatay sa listahan, yung mga bata na hindi eligible. Yes, agree ako dyan, apat, no? Kaya nga nananawagan kami doon sa mga alam naman nila na yung kamag-anak nila ay yumao na, pero nandun pa rin ang listahan sa listahan ng COMELEC, ay huwag nyo nang hintayin madiskubre nyo na on election day nandun pa rin. Pinaliwanag ko na yan dati kung bakit nagkakaroon ng ganyang sitwasyon, pero sana kayo din, be more proactive in helping us clean up the list, no? Okay. Okay, where was I? Right, November 30. November 30. Last day to publish the approved list of nominees by the EID. Hindi ko na siguro kailangan to, no? Parang namatay na rin eh. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay lang ang audio? Nadidinig naman? Thumbs up naman dyan. Anyone, kung naririnig nyo ako. Kasi hindi ko na naririnig ang sarili ko ata. Wala. Hello, Nix. Naririnig niyo ba ako? Anyone? Sige. Bago tayo pumasok sa sa election period, tapusin natin 'to ng mabilis, no? November 29. December 6, 2021, magpapasko na niyan. December 6, 2021 is the last day to conduct the raffle of accredited party list group for purposes of determining the order of their listing in the official ballot. Okay. This is very interesting. Dati, nung nagsimula yung party list system, ang mga party list nag-uunahan sa letter A. Thank you for giving me the feedback. Nag-uunahan para masama sila dun sa A. Kaya nga ang weird ng mga pangalan dati, AAA, ganyan. AAA, ganito. AAA, paramihan ng A. Para una sila sa listahan. Medyo pangit. Pangit yung ganun practice. So, ang ginawa ng COMELEC, ni-rumble niya. Kaya nga, ngayon, every December, nagkakaroon ng raffle. So now it doesn't matter kung ang pangalan ng party list mo ay nagsisimula sa A or nagsisimula sa Z, meron kang equal chance na mapunta sa taas ng balota kasi nira-raffle yan. And the raffle is on December 6. This year, we'll make sure to live stream the raffle para masaya. Makikita nyo kung paano ginagawa yung proseso na yon. Alright. On January 3, sumunod na taon na, next year na ito, January 3 to January 31 actually, yan ang period ng constitution ng Board of Canvassers and Electoral Boards, DepEd Supervising Officers or DESOs, and support staff. Ito yung mga tao na magpapatakbo ng halalan. Alright? Yung BOC, yan yung magko-collate ng mga resulta sa municipal, provincial at sa National Board of Canvassers. Yung electoral boards or EBs, yan tinatawag dun sa mga teacher na nasa classroom mismo. Okay? Very important point of fact here, hindi po COMELEC ang nagpapatakbo sa election day mismo. Doon sa election day, yung 3 taong nakabantay dun sa presinto, hindi po yung taga COMELEC. Mga teacher po yun, mga public school teachers pangkaraniwan. Okay? Public school teachers. So, galangin po natin sila ha, huwag natin silang aawayin. Napakahirap po ng trabaho nila. Alright, so that takes us to the start of the election period. Okay? So, bago tayo pumasok sa election period, balik tayo dito sa mga question. May question dito ako nakita sa Facebook kanina. Ayan. Tanong ni Jasmine Matol Alice. Good evening, sir. Pwede po ba ang PhilHealth ID pag magpaparehistro po? I'm married po and yung ID na naka-apelido sa asawa ko is PhilHealth ID pa lang po. Yes, ang PhilHealth ID po ay valid ID. Ngayon, hindi lang ako sure kung meron niyang, and the EOs will correct me, no? Yung EOs na nakabantay dito. Sagutin po natin si Miss Jasmine. No? Saan ka ba, Jasmine? Sabihin mo para makausap mo yung EO, baka nandito. Pero ang alam ko, ano yan, accepted yan, pero you might have to prove your residence as well. Okay? Oh, sabi sa akin dito, the new one po may pirma, picture, and address. So that's very good. So pwede po ang ating PhilHealth ID. Considered yan a valid ID. All right. May mga tanong ba sa TikTok? Sa TikTok wala masyado kasi hindi ito talaga ang interest ninyo, no? Ang interest sa TikTok talaga registration, I understand. Pasensya na, but we'll get back to that very soon. Mahaba pa ang registration. In the meantime, let's talk to everyone else kasi napakahalaga po ng ating election calendar. And just to remind everyone, we are on the 42nd minute of our broadcast and we are talking about the election calendar for the 2022 national and local elections. And yan po ang no, sabi ni Binga, accepted daw po. Very good. Thank you po. Thank you for the quick response. Yan ang magaganda sa mga election officers natin. Napaka-active po nila. Nako, mabuhay po kayo. Sabi ni Gloria Satori Mirasol, sabi niya, sana mapanood lahat ng botante at mga kandidato. Very informative. Nako, maraming salamat po, ma'am. Give us a thumbs up para ganahan yung team natin, no, sa pagde-deliver ng ganito klaseng information. Sabi ni Albert Roque Valles, hi sir, Singapore po ako bumoboto sa embassy. Paano po makakapagparehistro? Punta ka sa Singapore Embassy. Punta ka doon. Sabihin mo magkaparehistro ka, no? Pero kailangan mo sundin yung schedule ng embassy ng Singapore, ha? Sila may sariling schedule, hindi namin hawak yon. So, kung ano yung bukas na araw nila, doon ka pupunta. Alright, sige. So, shout out sa Singapore. Magagaling ang nasa embassy dyan. In fact, magaling naman lahat. Pero I personally know some of the people in Singapore embassy. Embassy natin sa Singapore. Alright. Okay, good evening, Dudes Bermejo, from all the way from Puerto Princesa. Yes, good evening. Sana napanood nyo, Dudes, yung yung press con natin nung isang araw. Don't worry, magkakaroon ulit tayo ng press con para matanong natin sa mga election officers natin dyan sa Palawan kung ano yung mga kaganapan patungkol dyan sa ating plebisitong darating. Okay. March 13 po yung plebisito. Alright. So, nasa election period na tayo. Ito yung totoong start ng election season. Election period. Okay? So, starting January 9 hanggang January 8, 2022, marami ng prohibited acts. Kita mo ang haba, oh. Dami yan. Iisa-isahin natin yan, ha? So, from January 9 to June 8, 2022, bawal na po ang number 1, alteration of territory of a precinct or establishment of a new precinct. Hindi na pwedeng magbago ang teritoryo na sinasakupan ng isang presinto at hindi na rin tayo pwede magtatag ng bagong presinto. Okay? So kung ano yung dati dyan, nandyan na yan, hindi na yan magbabago. Pangalawa, during that period, bawal po ang transfer or movement of officers and employees in the civil service. Okay? Kami yun. So, kasama dyan lahat ng civil service employees. Okay, merong gusto mag-go live together. Hello, Ross Jaya. Hello. Evening. Yes, sir. Anong mapaglilingkod namin sa inyo? Good evening. Nakikita nyo? Sana hindi nyo nakikita. O, makinig muna kayo kung wala pa kayong tanong. Alright. Pangatlo, bawal ang tinatawag nating bearing, carrying, or transporting firearms or other deadly weapons unless authorized in writing by the Commission. Oh my gosh! Ito ba yung tinatawag na gun ban? Yes, it is. Okay? Starting sa January 9. No? Yan yung start ng election period. Kailangan po ay meron na kayong written authority from the COMELEC upang magbitbit ng inyong mga firearms. Right? Maglalabas po tayo ng guidelines dyan. And recently, yung ating firearms committee ay sobrang daming ginawang bagong innovations. para mapadali ang buhay ninyo kung kailangan nyo kumuha ng firearms exemption. Pare ko, anong may tutulong ko sa'yo? Anong may tutulong ko sa'yo? Wala naman. Sige, out ka muna ha. Medyo maingay ka eh. Thank you. Alright. Bait naman siya. Sensya na. Sinipa natin kasi medyo maingay yung background niya. Alright. At the same time, during the election period, bawal din ang use of security personnel or bodyguards by candidates unless authorized in writing. Bawal na yung mga bodyguards. Bawal na yung mga security personnel. No? Kasi, syempre, nangangamba ang COMELEC na baka maging private army yan eh. And ayaw natin ng private army para hindi magulo ang halalan natin. Dudes Bermejo, yes, regular na yan every Thursday. Okay, every Thursday, dudes, magkakaroon tayo ng press con. Huwag ka mag-alala. Okay. Bawal na rin ang organization and maintenance of reaction forces, strike forces, and other similar forces. Madaling sabi, bawal na ang private army. Actually, bawal naman talaga ang private army. Dinagdagan lang ng bigat ng OEC or Omnibus Election Code. Bawal na rin ang suspension of elective local officials. So kung ikaw ay elected local official, bawal ka nang suspindihin pagpasok ng election period. Bakit ginagawa yung pagbabawal na yan? Pansinin nyo, bawal yung suspension ng elective local officials, bawal din yung movement ng officials in the civil service. Ginagawa yan para maiwasan yung pamumulitika sa posisyon. Di ba? Kasi ayaw nating mangyari na pag malapit ng election, biglang tatanggalin yung mga tao para mawala sila sa pwesto, para mawalan sila ng impluensya sa sistema or whatever, no? Or to push them or to force them to vote a certain way. Para mawala lahat yan, bawal na at the start of the election period. Alea Alvarez, good evening. Watching from Alamada, North Cotabato. Hello po. Alright. January 10, Monday. So, again pasok na tayo sa election period dito. Tandaan nyo, January 8 pa lang, pasok na tayo sa election period. So, January 10. Ano mangyayari sa January 10? Yan po ang last day to prepare and update the Certified List of Overseas Voters or CLOV, and furnish copies to the Philippine embassies, consulates, and other foreign service establishments abroad. So, yan yung huling araw para ma-update natin yung list of overseas voters. Ito yung listahan ng mga boboto sa abroad. And then ipapadala yan sa mga embassies at mga consulates. So kung may nanonood dito from anywhere abroad, please take note of this date. January 17 to January 31, 2022. Ito yung period kung saan nagko-constitute tayo ng mga Special Board of Election Inspectors, Special Ballot Reception and Ballot Custody Groups, and Special Board of Canvassers para sa overseas voting. Okay? Para sa overseas voting. So, okay. Nawala ba ako sa... Nawala ako. Am I still broadcasting on? Parang nawala ata ako sa TikTok. I think I'm still here. No? Yan. Kaso lang nahihirapan silang sundan yung pinag-uusapan natin. Sige, okay lang yan. Maybe we'll do it again some other time. Alright, so balik tayo. January 17 for Constitution ng mga Electoral Board para sa overseas voting. January 21, which is a Friday, is the last day to file a petition for inclusion of voters in the permanent list of voters. So kung sa tingin nyo merong hindi na isama or dapat kasama, well, yan. January 21 ang deadline po. Okay. January 28, 2022, last day to file petition for the exclusion of voters. Alright. February 3, 2022, last day for ERB meeting to certify the list of voters. Okay? So February 3, 2022, yan yung huling ERB natin. Kaya kita nyo, kaya kailangan matapos tayo ng registration on time. No? And then February 8, ipopost na natin yung certified list of voters. February 8, post na natin yung certified list of voters. Lito is watching from Iba, Zambales. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Gloria, abangan daw nila, sir, yung weekly press con. Very good. Huwag kayo mag-alala, dahil gagawin natin itong weekly press con na to, sa tingin ko hanggang elections na to. No? Para well-informed ang publiko natin. Okay. Ito na ngayon na masaya. February 8 to May 7, 2022. Diyan na po ngayon ang campaign period. Campaign period for candidates for president, vice president, senator, and party list groups participating in the party list system of representation. So tandaan, ha? Ang campaign period para sa darating na halalan ay magsisimula ng February 8 at tatakbo hanggang May 7, 2022. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng pangangampanya bago mag-February 8 ay considered premature campaigning. Okay, premature campaigning yan. Huwag na tayo maglokohan. Pag kayo ay nangampanya bago mag-February 8, premature campaigning yan. Ngayon, nakapaloob dun sa campaign period natin, February 8 to May 7, ay April 14 at April 15. Ngayon, huwag tayong mangangampanya on April 14 and 15 dahil yan po ay Monday, Thursday at Good Friday. Okay? Bigyan naman natin ng pagkakataon yan ng walang kampanya. Konting tahimik on that day. Alright. February 8 to May 9, from the start of the campaign period until election day, bawal po mamigay ng donasyon or gift in cash or in kind. Okay? Bawal. Except yung mga traditional na binibigay mo. Kanyari, nasa simbahan ka, may nag-abot ng plato sa'yo, pwede ka maglagay doon, ha? Pero yung giving malaking donations or gift in cash or in kind, bawal na yan. February 8 to May 9, bawal na rin ang appointment or use of special policemen, confidential agents, and the like. Yan, again, balik na naman tayo sa bodyguard. Bawal na yan. Okay? Ngayon, March 7, 2022. Again, hindi pa to election, ha? March 7 pa lang ito. Last day to file application to avail of local absentee voting. Absentee voting. Hello, Basco, Batanes. Lovely place. I've never been there, pero ang ganda-ganda ng mga nakikita ko from there. Good evening po sa inyo dyan. Kumusta kayo? Maulan dito. So, I hope sa inyo mas maganda ng konti ang panahon. Okay. From Leyte, then hello din. Good evening. From Barbara from Leyte, all the way from Albuera, Leyte. Good evening. Okay. Asa na tayo? Yan, March 7, 2022 is the last day to file application to avail of local absentee voting. Kanina, wait, bago yan. Magandang tanong to. Baka nasagot na po ito, pero ask ko lang, paano po kaming mga bagong OFW, paano mag-register? Punta po kayo sa embassy or consulate. Sabihin nyo na gusto nyo magparehistro bilang botante, magdala po kayo ng pasaporte, at kung kayo naman ay seaman, dali nyo yung seaman's book ninyo. Kung artist kayo, dali nyo rin yung artist's book nyo. Make sure that you fill up the forms there and make sure na tama yung address na ibibigay ninyo. Kasi may tsansa na yung voting ninyo ay voting by mail. Ang problema natin sa voting by mail, kapag mali ang address na binigay nyo sa amin, mali din ang padadalhan ng balota. Nangyari na yan in the past kung saan mali yung address ng OFW, nagpadala ng balota, bumalik yung balota, return to sender dahil wala daw dun ganong klaseng tao. Okay? So make sure to always update your mailing address para maiwasan yung kawalan ng inyong balota at kawalan na rin ng boto ninyo, syempre. Alright. Balik tayo dito sa March 7, 2022. Paulit-ulit ko sinasabi to kasi ito yung last day to file application to avail of local absentee voting. Kanina, yung kaibigan nating si Sander Kayabyab na sikat na reporter, meron siyang vlog na ipinablish, no? Kung saan pinaliwanag niya kung ano yung kung ano yung local absentee voting at nanawagan siya sa mga kapwa niya media man na wag naman nating sayangin itong pagkakataon na to, itong local absentee voting dahil napaka kakaiba nito no? Kung hindi nyo alam po, ang local absentee voting ay available lang sa government officials, government employees at media. Pero maraming humihingi ng local absentee voting. Mga doktor, mga security guard, may kaibigan ako, talagang isa yan sa kanyang advokasya na dapat mga security guard merong absentee voting kasi nga naman nakabantay sila, 'di ba? Sa mga poste nila paano sila makakaboto on election day. Pero ang media pa lang ang nabibigyan ng pribileyo na yan. So sana wag natin sayangin. Napakahalaga na makaboto po tayo. Again, magtanong po kayo doon sa Q&A sa TikTok, please. All right. So March 7 is the last day to file application to avail of local absentee voting. March 10 is the last day for the club to receive application. So ibig sabihin, kailangan yung application mo may 3 araw para umabot doon sa Committee on Local Absentee Voting. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng club, by the way. Committee on Local Absentee Voting. Good evening kay Lorena from Nagbukel, Ilocos Sur. Good evening po. From Muntinlupa, hello, Miss Tess. Good evening po. Good evening. Hi. Baka may gusto kayong sabihin, may mga komento kayo. Sabihin nyo lang, don't be shy. Okay? Open tayo dito. Kwentuhang umuulan lang ito. Alright, nasa na tayo? March 10 to June 8. Bawal ang illegal release of prisoners. Okay? Bawal ang illegal release of prisoners. Funny, no? Kasi illegal nga ito. Siyempre, bawal talaga. Basta that's the period. March 10 to June 8. March 14 is the last day to post notice of the date, time, and place of testing and sealing of VCMs for overseas voting. Okay? So, meron tayong mga VCM na nakatabi para sa overseas voting. Sa March 14 natin malalaman yung kung kailan ang petsa, lugar ng testing and sealing nila. Hello, Wenelin Cardoso Carilla of Lawaan, Samar. Kung meron akong hindi na acknowledge, paki-comment na lang ulit ha. Sige. Good evening, Mr. Rami Ronquillo, I guess. Okay. From Niel, good evening po from Pagadian City. Taga Pagadian City yung aking predecessor sa EID, si Ma'am Miles. I hope sana tama ang tanda ko. Pagadian. Okay. Sabi ni Francis, walang ulan sa Santa Rosa, clear and cool night. Sana ma-memorize ko lahat yan, Boss J. May quiz bukas. All right. March 21. I'm sorry. March 14. Last day to notify the SBEI is concerned of the date, time, and place of the testing and sealing, obviously. So, kailangan din na malaman ng SBEI. Good evening, Jello from Bamban, Tarlac. March 21, 2022, Monday. Testing and sealing of VCMs for overseas voting in selected posts and countries. Okay? March 21, testing and sealing of VCMs for overseas. March 21 to 28. So, isang linggo yan. March 21 to 28. March 25 to May 7, yan naman ang campaign period for members of the House of Representatives and elective regional, provincial, and municipal officials. All right. So, nakita nyo na yung dalawang campaign period. Ulitin natin. February 8 to May 7, yan yung campaign period for national positions. Okay? President, Vice President, Senator, and party list. February 8 pa lang, pwede na sila mangampanya. Yung mga local officials, ang kampanya nila magsisimula lang March 25. March 25, pero parehong magtatapos ng May 7 at parehong may rest day ng April 14 at April 15 for Good Friday and Monday, Thursday. Si Miss Arlene Ganzon from... Ay, Comelec, nagtipunan. Hello, ma'am. Kumusta po kayo? Alright. So, page 5 na tayo. Halfway there. Okay. So again, tandaan natin ang campaign period. Ang campaign period ay February 8 for national candidates and March 25 para sa local candidates. Sean, pwede tayo mag-post ng graphic for that para lang ma-screenshot nila or madaling matandaan. Okay. Ginagawa na po. Kasi tatalon na rin tayo ng page 6 pagkatapos nito eh. So can we wait for Sean to post a graphic lang showing Sean? Yan ang campaign period ng national. Campaign period ng local ay March 25. Good evening, Romel from Alicia Isabela. Anong lugar sa Pilipinas ang dalawang first name ng babae? Sorry. Stupid joke. Okay. So March 25, 2022 hanggang May 8, meron ka namang dagdag na set of prohibited acts. Ano naman yan? March 25 to May 8. Anong bawal? Appointment or hiring of new employees, creation or filling up of new positions, promotion or giving salary increases, remuneration or privilege. Kasi vote buying po yan. Kunyari, kayo ay incumbent, tapos medyo gusto niyang dumami yung supporter niyo, bigla kang nag-hire ng napakaraming tao. Hindi niyo pwedeng gawin yan. March 25 to May 8. Oh, bawal na po yan. So, kailangan yung planuhin yung mga hire ninyo, ha? Wag niyong siksik lahat sa dulo. Oh, see? Yung aming operator, tiga Isabela, na imbag na rabi, Isabela Oyos. Wala bang tiga Iloilo dyan para batiin natin ng Ilonggo din, Sean? Masyado kang biased, masyado kang unfair. Sa lahat ng Ilonggo dyan, shout out, kumusta ka mo tanan? Tiga Iloilo man ko, Iloilo ang banwa ko. So, muna, ha? Hybrid election daw, sabi ni user 529. Well, okay, we'll see what happens. Sana nga. No? Sana. Alright. March 25, 2022 hanggang March 8, hanggang May 8, 2022, ito po yung construction ban. Bawal ang construction of public works, delivery of materials for public works, and issuance of treasury warrant or similar devices for a future undertaking chargeable against public funds. Bawal gumastos. Bawal gumastos ang gobyerno during this time. Well, hindi naman. Oversimplification yan, but you know what I mean. Bawal din ang release, disbursement, and expenditures of public funds. So, dapat na-i-release na bago pa yan. April 8, Friday. Last day for the Committee on Local Absentee Voting to verify whether applicants are eligible to vote under the local absentee voting. Ayan. Oh. Yan, nahiya naman si Sean. Mayang gabi sa mga taga-Panay region. Mayang gabi. Mayang buntag. Good evening. Okay. Saan tayo? April 9, last day to furnish every registered voter with a voter's information sheet. Okay? Voter's information sheet. Diyan nakalagay yung inyong precinct assignment, reminders for voting, at inyong sample ballot. Okay? Meron dyan. Para makita nyo kung sino mga tumatakbo. April 10 to May 9. Eto na yung start ng overseas voting. So, casting of votes by overseas voters. At bawal na dyan ang campaigning abroad. Okay? Bawal na mga kampanya within Philippine embassies, consulates, and other posts where overseas voters may exercise their right to vote pursuant to the Overseas Absentee Voting Act. Ibig sabihin, bawal na mga kampanya dyan. Because remember, dito sa Pilipinas, pagkatapos ng voting period, ang campaign period ay nagtatapos ng May 7. merong isang araw na pahinga, May 8, and then May 9 is election day. Bawal na mga panya dyan, di ba? So, ganun din sa overseas voting. Pag election period na, pag voting period na, bawal na rin mga panya. Okay? Common sense man yan. Alright. April 14 to 15, bawal ang campaigning. Okay? Kasi Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday. April 18, last day to post notice of the date, time, and place of testing of VCMs. Dito naman yan sa Pilipinas. And then last day of election officers to post copies of the project of precincts and to furnish copies of POPs to official addresses of city and municipal candidates. Dapat malaman ng mga kandidato ang tinatawag nating project of precincts. Ayan, nasobrahan naman si Voter Education Central. Mukhang lahat naman ng region babatiin mo na. Yung alam mo lang ha, huwag ka na mag-Google. Okay? Marahay na banggi sa Indo sa mga OEO from Bicol. Alam nyo bang recently ko lang nalaman na yung sarong banggi, ibig sabihin pala isang gabi. Kalahin nyo yan. Okay. Dami nating hindi alam sa sarili nating bayan. Well, that was one of the ways na pinalipas ko yung mga quarantine natin. Kaaraw din ako ng mga bagay-bagay. Okay, April 18 is the last day for the provincial election supervisors or PES to furnish copies of the POPs of cities and municipalities in the province to the official addresses of concerned candidates. Basically, ito yung pamimigay ng mga POP, no? And then last day for the ITD in coordination with the EBAD to post the POPs of the cities, municipalities, and districts para malaman ng lahat kung ano yung mga presinto na mag-ooperate on election day. April 21, last day for the CLAV to transmit the list of qualified local absentee voters para ma-lock-in na kung sino yung buboto para alam natin kung sino yung mag-participate sa local absentee voters. Diyan din, i-constitute yung Special Electoral Board for absentee voting and the last day to notify the election boards concerned of the date, time, and place of testing of sealing of the VCMs. Kasi kailangan malaman ng mga electoral board kasi yung mga electoral board, pupunta rin sila doon sa VCM para ma-witness nila yung testing and sealing. Okay? Okay. Last day to prepare a list of accessible polling places para doon sa mga nangangailangan ng special assistance, no? Prepare a list of APPs or accessible polling places, their locations, and summary of type of assistance that they will require as identified by the PWD or senior citizens during registration. Okay? Gusto natin kasi specific yung tulong na may bibigay natin. April 27, 28, and 29, Xander, please take note, ito din yung voting period para sa local absentee voters. Okay. Good evening, sir. Watching from Tandag City, Surigao del Sur. Good evening. Mapteng Adavisun Sikam, sir. Oh, hello, Kath. Nice to hear you. Alam mo ba, yung isang kasama ko sa office ay taga Benguet? I found out recently, siya ay Kankanay. Tama ba? Am I saying that right? I'm sorry kung murder ko. Okay. Okay. Yung TikTok siya, okay na? Or naka-pause pa rin tayo? Mukhang okay na siya. Okay, what do you think about the smart contract technology on elections? Smartmatic has been in use since 2010, and just so that you know, before the 2022 elections, humingi po kami ng pera sa Kongreso para makakuha kami ng brand new machines. Okay, hindi po kami binigyan. So hindi tayo nakakuha ng bagong makina. So we will be using Smartmatic machines, Smartmatic branded machines sa darating na halalan. Okay? Ayun. Kankanae. I'm sorry I'm pronouncing it, I'm sure. I'm mispronouncing it, I'm sure. But, shout out to Benguet. Yes, if you're still a student, it's okay to present an ID. My goodness, people. Q&A box, huh? Use it there. Use it. All right. April 29, 2022, last day to constitute the reception and verification committee for local absentee voting. May 2 to May 7, May 2 to May 7, testing and sealing of the VCMs. Okay? Ibig sabihin, titingnan natin yung mga VCMs to make sure na gumagana po sila talaga. Alright? Put that on your calendars, especially yung mga nanonood from our partners and stakeholders. May 2 to May 7 po ang testing and sealing ng ating mga VCM. Alright? Hindi nabanggit dito, starting November this year, yung ating education campaign. So watch out for that as well. Now, this brings us to May 8, the eve of Election Day. Ano ang bawal sa May 8? Well, campaigning. Bawal mangampanya. That's the day of silence. Yan ang tawag nila sa ibang bansa. Bawal din ang selling, furnishing, offering, buying, serving, or taking intoxicating liquors. Bawal uminom. Yan yung tinatawag na liquor ban. Simula yan ng May 8. Liquor ban. Bawal. Okay? Ang alak. Also on May 8, bawal na rin ang giving, accepting free transportation, food or drinks or other things of value. Okay? Para maiwasan natin ang vote buying. May 9, 2022, Monday. Substitution of party list nominees by reason of death or incapacity is until midday. Don't forget, until midday. May 9. May 9 is election day. Okay? Obviously, bawal na ang campaigning on election day. Ang mangyayari dyan, casting of votes and thereafter counting and consolidation of votes. So ano-ano mga bawal on election day? Medyo mahaba. Kita nyo, marami, di ba? So isa-isahin natin. Una, campaigning. Pangalawa, selling, furnishing, offering, buying, serving, or taking intoxicating liquor. Ibig sabihin, liquor ban. Number 3, giving, accepting free transportation, food. Bawal ang hakot, bawal ang magpapakain. Okay? Voting more than once. Bawal ang flying voters. Bawal ang soliciting votes or undertaking any propaganda for or against any candidate or any political party within the polling place or within 30 meters thereof. Bawal mangampanya doon sa voting center. Kantanan nyo na yung mga botante. Opening of booths or stalls for the sale, etc. of merchandise or refreshments within a radius of 30 meters from the polling place. Bawal maglagay ng tindahan sa labas ng polling place. Bawal mag-hold ng baile, fairs, cockfights, boxing, horse races, or other similar sports. Bawal na yan dyan. Okay? So May 9, casting of votes by persons deprived of liberty, PDL. Ito yung mga tao nakakulong kasi hindi pa sila nahahatulan ng korte at special polling places up to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright? Magkakaroon din tayo ng special episodes for that specifically para mapag-usapan din natin yan. Okay. Bakit maraming naiiyak? Ano yun? Why are they sad? No. Bakit sila sad? Anyway, kayo masad. Talagang magkaka-election tayo. Natakot. Joke. Kayo masad. Okay? May 9. Philippine time at the closing of polls. Magko-close din ang polling sa overseas voting. No? Last day for registered voters overseas to cast their votes. Okay? And then, after voting, magko-convene na yung mga canvassers. So habang nagbibilangan sa baba, magko-convene na yung mga magka-canvass sa municipal at sa provincial at sa National Board of Canvassers. May 9, last day for CLAV to receive envelopes containing the local absentee ballots, and then start na ng counting ng local absentee ballots din. Okay? Magko-convene ang Special Board of Canvassers for local absentee voting. So ito yung mga iba't ibang canvassing na magsisimula na. Count and canvass precinct results and proclaim winning city and municipal official candidates and elected officials. Okay? May 9 to May 12. Tuloy-tuloy yan. Araw-araw nagpo-proclaim tayo pag merong natatapos na bilang. No? Hopefully, matapos tayo na mas maaga para mas madaling natin malaman kung sino na yung mamumuno sa atin. But remember, everyone, this is a presidential election. So, ibig sabihin, hindi COMELEC ang magsasabi kung sino nanalo sa presidente, ha? Hanggang senador lang ang mapaproclaim namin. May 9 to 13 period within which election officers shall advise in writing by personal delivery of registered mail all candidates residing in the EO's jurisdiction to comply with their obligation to file their SOSE, Statement of Contributions and Expenditures. Ito yung listahan ng mga ginastos. Diyan natin malalaman kung kayo ay nag-overspending or kung kayo ay nag-stay within the limit. Alright, malapit na tayo matapos. May 9. May 10. Canvass results and proclaim winners for senatorial, congressional, party list, regional, and provincial elections. And finally, June 8, or 30 days after the elections, last day to file your SOSE. Anong sinabi dito sa resolution? This resolution shall take effect on the 7th day after its publication, which is tomorrow, in 2 daily newspapers of general circulation in the Philippines. The Education and Information Department, this commission, shall cause the immediate publication of this resolution in 2 daily newspapers of general circulation in the Philippines and shall furnish copies thereof to all the regional election directors, provincial election supervisors, election officers, the concerned offices and departments in the main office of the commission, and all departments, bureaus, offices, and agencies concerned, including the Department of Foreign Affairs and other government agencies maintaining offices abroad. The Information Technology Department, or ITD, this commission, shall post a copy of this resolution in the website of the commission. Incidentally, ipopost din natin to sa ating social media websites. So ordered, the Honorable Sheriff M. Abbas, Chairman, Mayor Rowena Amelia V. Guanzon, Commissioner, Socorro B. Inting, Commissioner, Marlon Casquejo, Commissioner, Antonio T. Co. Jr., Commissioner, Amy P. Ferolino Ampolocchio, Commissioner. And this was certified as approved by the Commission on Bank on February 10, 2021, certified by Attorney Consuelo Bidiola, the Acting Commission Secretary. And that's everything. Yan po ang ating election calendar. Ulitin ko lang, it will be available sa dyaryo tomorrow, and we will be distributing copies of it. I think na-email na ito today, so please check your email inboxes tomorrow. Pretty sure nandyan na po yan. Okay, good evening, Lelia Tan from Bohol. Good evening po. Armando Mallorca, good evening. Kumusta ka na? And to everyone from Twitter, thank you very much for joining me. I know this wasn't entirely your cup of tea, but I promise we'll do better next time. Maraming salamat po sa Twitter, sa TikTok, logging out. Stay lang ako ng konti dito sa Facebook at sa YouTube. Maraming salamat po. Okay. So, let's open this up for questions. Are there any questions about any of this? Ulitin ko lang, this will be available starting tomorrow. It will be published. And tutuloy-tuloy lang natin yung pag-email. Baka tomorrow hindi tayo makapag-email dahil wala nang pasok. But definitely Monday we'll ramp up the emailing of this to all of your offices. Okay? Wala nang questions. May nakita na ako na good night na. Good night, Ellen. So maraming salamat po to everyone. Thank you very much for everything and happy Valentine's. I hope yung sad faces are not about... Oh, it's just the one person pala, si Joy Lapis lang. Joy, don't be sad. Everything's gonna be okay, man. Okay? And thank you very much for joining me. Sa staff ko na nakamonitor din, maraming salamat po. Ulitin natin to next time. Good night.